Hello and welcome. I'm Charles Aite. The upsurge in LPG has led to an increase in demand for charcoal as an alternative for cooking. The continuous campaign against deforestation and the free distribution of gas cylinders reduced the preference for charcoal as a source of cooking fuel in households. Prince Appiah, however, reports that people are returning to the use of charcoal and wood fuel. Here's more.
Madam Gifty is about to cook. She is opting to use charcoal because she can't afford to fill her gas cylinder. According to her, a bag of charcoal is cheaper and lasts longer than the gas.
So the bidena na ko say gassy see away we filling see when you 1.6 1.7 what even filling bidena so dey meto
The gas is too expensive. Now you have to pay 160 or 70 cedis, and it doesn't last.
Ukraine, you see the gas no boy dia my cemento. You see Ophelia so na the nasa.
The rise and instability in the prices of LPG is a worry to consumers.
My gas is finished, so I have to use the charcoal.
The Forestry Commission says the surge in the demand for charcoal is a clear depletion of the vegetation cover. Augustine Kofi Jedu is the Ashanti Regional Manager.
Those who are illegally burning charcoal here and there, we want to caution them that it's not every tree that is supposed to be cut to burn charcoal. Yes, so they need to obtain permit from the nearest forest office before they do that. A lot of families, households have turned to charcoal production, and that one is also affecting the environment.
So in 2015, government distributed 50,000 free cylinders to rural communities in Ghana. It was part of government policy to increase access to LPG in these areas. But the rising cost of LPG in recent times is affecting the demand.
First, no, not a bottle win. Nobody break 30 cedis. And I
a bag of charcoal used to be 30 cedis, but it's now 40 cedis. So we also sell the bag at 45 cedis.
My 50. So if I call no better on 50 and I'm 10 cedis. The better 45 and I was 25 cedis. There's a chin 1 cedi. They say I send a bond because they say chin 2 cedis.
Due to the price increase, we no longer sell it at 1 cedis.
According to the Forestry Commission, people are cutting down trees that are not meant for charcoal. To safeguard the forest, the Commission is distributing plants that can be used for commercial charcoal production.
So what Forestry Commission is doing now is to levy those trucks that carry charcoal. We have checkpoints at various locations, and we charge 80 pesos per mini bag of charcoal. So we count the number of bags in the truck, and then you pay something to the state. Apart from that, Forestry Commission mobilize those monies, and then they give it to us to create nurseries. So as we talk now here in the Ashanti region, we have such nurseries that we supply free seedlings to people to plant to protect the environment. So we want to urge charcoal producers to come together as a group or as groups in the various localities. Go to the nearest forestry office, we'll give you the seedlings free of charge to go and plant, so that when they mature, and they are very fast growing as well, when they mature you can harvest them, and then they will copy, you go and harvest again. If you do it in a large scale, You can even export if you so wish.
It is a growing concern that the rising demand for charcoal for cooking in recent times will pose a great danger to our already stressed forest. My name is Prince Apia, reporting from Kumasi.
Gabriel Kume is Vice President of the LPG Marketers Association, and he joins us on this situation. Gabriel, we've been having conversations around the cost of LPG, of which you have predicted what we just saw on our screens. For the purposes of those watching and catching up on this development, help us with some background. How did we get here?
Yes, I think about somewhere last year, somewhere in the middle of last year, the LPG Marketing Companies Association, predicted that by the end of the year, into first quarter this year, we're going to buy LPG at about above 10 cities, and that is what is really happening now. And obviously, if that happens, you are going to push a lot of people out of consumption of LPG. A lot of factors has contributed to this. Obviously, the rising price of crude oil is one of the major factors. But we have always believed that the taxes we put on LPG are so unnecessary. They are really the cost of the continuous hike in the LPG prices. And we believe that if these taxes are removed from LPG, we can go a long way to reduce the price of LPG, so we can save our forest. But what I just heard is Forestry Commission encouraging the burning of charcoal, because more or less they are trying to legalize it by saying that, look, you can just come and pay a fine and continue cutting our trees for charcoal. I don't think that is the way to go. The best way out is for us to improve the use of LPG. And we have been calling on government to take serious measures to ensure that the use of LPG is improved in Ghana. Recently, government is spending so much money on tree planting. Look at the millions of cities we are spending to plant trees. But we believe that these trees will not live to serve their purpose if we don't take cautious, if we don't work seriously at ensuring that we increase and improve the use of LPG in Ghana.
So, Gabriel, what must give? You made mention about the need for there to be some tax rebates. Tax must be removed from the consumption of LPG products. What exactly must give on the side of government?
Yes, you see, there is about 18% tax on LPG currently. The price you pay for every kilo of LPG, about 18% of that is made up of taxes. And for the past 5 years, we have been calling on government to consider removing those taxes from LPG, because this is a product being subsidized by our neighbors. Go to Cote d'Ivoire. They are subsidizing LPG to the tune of about 25%. Why, if we can't go full cost recovery, why must we tax LPG? And at the same time, we are making efforts to safeguard our forest. People must eat. They will have to have the source of energy to cook their food. You can't deprive people from cooking. So if they cannot afford LPG, they have alternatives in charcoal and wood fuel. It's as simple as that. We are just wasting a lot of money with this tree planting. At the end of the day, all these trees are going to be cut down for firewood and for charcoal. Ghana's forest is the fastest depleting in West Africa. The whole West Africa, Ghana, our forest cover is the fastest depleting. What are we depleting this forest for? It's pure and simple for charcoal and for wood fuel. It's as simple as that. So if we don't take serious measures to improve the use of LPG, all these millions of cities government is spending on tree planting, very good initiative. We don't have any problem with that. It's a very good initiative, but that cannot stand alone. If you don't complement that by taking serious measures to improve the use of LPG, I can assure you we are just wasting those money we are using in tree planting.
Indeed. Gabriel Kume, grateful that I could join us. He's Vice President of the LPG Marketers Association.